You gotta maximize your life. You don't get these opportunities. A lot of people don't get these opportunities, and I used to be in lines, waiting in lines, getting celebrities, seeing all of them as celebrities. And
Angel Reese, fearless on the court, a beast on the boards, and a defensive powerhouse. You already know she's a star, but here's the real question. Did she just hurt her chances in the WNBA? Let's break it down. Chapter 1. Rising star and ambitious dreamer. Angel Reese recently made waves as the unrivaled Defensive Player of the Year, marking a historic achievement as the first player to win the award in the league's inaugural season. She also garnered attention by being named Footwear News Achievement Awards 2024 Style Influencer of the Year. With such accolades, Reese set high ambitions, particularly aiming to build a WNBA super team in Chicago. She made bold claims, promising success and envisioning herself at the forefront of the league. However, despite her confidence and recognition, reality quickly hit hard, and her grand plans began to unravel. Chapter 2. Angel's Overconfidence. Angel Reese's confidence has never been in question. She has always exuded a bold and fearless attitude, which, for better or worse, has shaped her basketball career. However, did this very confidence scare off potential free agents from joining her in Chicago? Reese genuinely believed she had the ability to recruit top-tier talent to the Chicago Sky. She publicly expressed her excitement about building a championship-winning squad and hyped up her own recruiting skills. She even envisioned future celebrations, imagining herself as the face of a WNBA dynasty. But here's the problem. Her influence wasn't as strong as she thought. The reality of the WNBA is very different from college basketball. Free agents didn't see Reese as a proven leader or a guaranteed winner. Unlike seasoned players who had established credibility in the league, Reese was still an unproven talent. Her bold recruiting attempts failed to yield results, leaving her and Chicago in a tough spot. Chapter 3. Who rejected Angel Reese? One of the biggest setbacks for Reese came in the form of outright rejections from high-profile free agents. Kelsey Plum, a two-time WNBA champion and one of the league's best shooters, was reportedly one of Reese's main targets. Reese likely envisioned herself and Plum as a deadly duo, terrorizing defenses together. Instead, Plum brushed off the idea and chose Los Angeles over Chicago without a second thought. This rejection wasn't just a setback. It was a loud statement that players didn't see Chicago as a serious contender. Then came Jewell Loyd, a Chicago native who could have been the perfect signing for the Sky. Fans thought Loyd's return to her hometown was a no-brainer. But instead of embracing the opportunity to team up with Reese, Loyd went in the opposite direction and signed with the Las Vegas Aces. It was a clear message. She valued stability, structure, and leadership, things that Chicago, under Reese's influence, seemingly lacked. Brittney Griner, one of the most dominant centers in women's basketball, was also on the list of potential Chicago recruits. Yet, despite Chicago's interest, Griner opted to sign with Atlanta, further cementing the notion that top-tier players were avoiding Chicago. Alyssa Thomas, known for her triple-double ability, didn't even consider the possibility of joining Reese. Instead, she chose Phoenix, where she felt she had a better shot at success without the drama and uncertainty surrounding Reese's leadership. Perhaps the most painful rejection came from Brianna Turner. She wasn't just a free agent choosing another team, she was Reese's own teammate. Turner left for the Indiana Fever, the same team that Caitlin Clark, Reese's biggest rival, had joined. It was a symbolic moment, showing that Clark, not Reese, was being seen as the true future of the WNBA. Chapter 4. Why no one wants to play for Angel Reese. So why exactly does no one want to play for Angel Reese? Reports suggest that her presence in the locker room created an uncomfortable environment. Confidence is one thing, but unchecked ego can be destructive. Multiple sources hinted that the Chicago Sky's locker room was becoming unbearable under Reese's influence. Key players like Gabby Williams and Kennedy Carter didn't just leave, they ran away from the chaos. The team's front office didn't help matters. Instead of making strategic moves to secure top talent, the organization made questionable decisions, including letting go of Kennedy Carter, who was one of the best scorers on the team. This move signaled to potential recruits that winning wasn't Chicago's priority. Then there's the issue of outdated facilities. The Sky's training environment simply isn't on par with other top teams like Indiana or Las Vegas. These teams invest in state-of-the-art facilities, cutting-edge recovery centers, and comfortable player accommodations. Why would a top free agent choose to downgrade their training conditions just to play alongside Reese? Perhaps the biggest reason no one wanted to join Reese in Chicago is her overhyped social media persona. She acts like she's already the face of the WNBA, but in reality, Caitlin Clark has taken that title. Attendance numbers don't lie. Clark's presence has filled arenas and shattered viewership records, while Reese has struggled to make the same impact. While Angel Reese's recruiting efforts fell apart, Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever were quietly assembling a powerhouse team. Clark has become the true face of the league, generating excitement, drawing in massive crowds and breaking records. She is now the player everyone wants to team up with. While Reese was trying to build something in Chicago, Clark was making moves that cemented her status as the most influential player in the WNBA. Chapter 5. The Hard Truth. Now, Reese finds herself at a crossroads. She faces the biggest challenge of her career. Either she changes her approach or risks fading into irrelevance. To turn things around, she has to prove she's more than just a social media star. She needs to shift her focus to being a real leader, improving her game, and prioritizing team success over personal brand building. If she wants to compete with Clark and earn the respect of her peers, she must shed the me-first mentality. She has to show that she can win games, not just arguments on Twitter. Reese is undeniably talented, but talent alone won't keep her relevant in the long run. Let's wait and see if the tides turn in her favor. For the latest updates, stay tuned with us.